Good afternoon and welcome to Keep It Moving. My name is Brenda and I'm here to just let you know that this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Oh, I know there's a lot going on in the country, but I'm here to let you know that He's still in control. You know, sometimes it rains on the just and the unjust, but that's okay. You just keep on praying and keep on keeping it moving, because that's what the devil wants you to get all discouraged and what's the use. But let me tell you something. God helps those who help themselves. You do your part and he'll do his. And you might say, well, I'm old. I can't go out there and be on the picket lines but you can call your senators. You have two. Each state has two senators. You can call your senators and you can call your representative. Find out who represents your congressional district. Give them a call, write them a letter, email them, do whatever you can to let them know that you do not want to lose your Social Security benefits. You do not want to lose your Medicare. You do not want to lose your Medicaid. And you might say, well, I'm not on Medicaid. But think about this. You never know when you start getting our age, and well, most of you are probably not as old as me. I'm 76. But I have friends, I have a brother, in fact, who's in a, what they call them now, they don't call them nursing homes now, but they have another name for them, but it's the same thing. And if you got people in those places, let me tell you something. If their money runs out, they're going to have to use Medicaid. If their insurance is not as good, they're going to have, if you use Medicare and Medicare won't pay for it, Medicaid will pick up that. So it will affect you. If that urgent care shuts down that's near your home, if you live in a rural area and your hospital closes down, it will affect you. So what I'm saying to you is, it doesn't matter if it's not affecting you directly. You don't want it to affect your neighbors. You don't want it to affect the people around you. I feel like everybody should have good hospital care. Everybody should have good medical care. Everybody should be able to go see their primary doctor whenever they need it. And the older you get, the more you need it. And I'm going to tell you something. The older you get, the more you need to make sure that you're getting the very best care. Because when you get older, they feel like, oh, well, she's 70. She's lived a good life. I'm 76, but I still want to live. I want to live till the Lord calls me. I want to live as long as I have the activities of my limbs, as long as I have my brain is functioning pretty well. I want to live. I know I see spiffy, 93, 94-year-olds. They're still going. I am a companion part a couple of days a week for a 93-year-old woman. Yes, I have done just about everything. I went to college. Yes, I do have a doctor's degree in the ministry, but I am not wanting to have any job that's going to take up my time when I go home. So we all need extra money. And as long as God gives me the strength and activities of my limbs and I can drive and I can do all that, I'm going to do it. And so I'm a companion to this 90-year-old woman. I take care of her 4 hours a day for a couple of days a week. And this woman gets around. Do you hear me? She has this cane, and I walk pretty fast, and sometimes she be trying to leave me. But she's peppy. She still wants to live, y'all. I was so tickled because her birthday was in February, and this 70-year-old guy took her out to dinner for her birthday, brought her a plant, and they meet at the senior citizens building 2 or 3 times a week and have lunch together. And I just think that's so cute. And she's so excited. She's always telling me, I got a boyfriend. But you know what? That keeps her alive. She gets up every morning and she just has fun. Now, whether he's really her boyfriend, I don't know. I think he just likes her for a friend as well as her, because she told me it's no way she would ever get involved with a guy. So she needs to get that money that her husband, his pension. So she's not, she's not serious, but she's having a good time and she's lively. Everybody at the senior citizens building knows her. When she comes in, she's just like a little ball of joy, and just because you don't have to be mean. And then you wonder why folks don't want to be around you. Smile, because smiling is contagious. When you smile, as they say, the whole world smiles with you. And, we all are going through something, but people just don't want to hear it. It's so depressing. Now, if somebody asks you how you feel and you go on a 20-minute explanation, usually after about the second minute, they're not interested. Or have you ever noticed they start telling you about all their ailments? But that's why we have to be very careful as we get older to not dwell on all the things that's wrong with us. Most of us have arthritis. Lord knows I can't move my left thumb, and I have to go get shots in it. And the rest of my hand is kind of, bad too. But you know what I do? I have a ball, and I just squeeze it every day. And I just keep on moving, because that's all you can do. Because the one thing I can guarantee you, if you don't use it, you will lose it. That's not just a saying. That's a true fact. Have you ever noticed people who just stay in the bed all the time? After a while, they start having trouble with their mobility. They really can't move around because they have not used it. It's like an old car. If you don't get that car out and start running that car every day, you let it sit up for 3 or 4 months, you go out there, it might not start. Parts start rusting out because you're not using them. And it's the same for the human body. So y'all, let's use it. Let's get up. Call a friend. You have a friend who can't get out, and if she can't get out and you can get out, why don't you go get her? Go to the local senior citizens building. They have plenty of activities. Now, I'll be full disclosure. I never went to the senior citizens building except to exercise a few years back, and I stopped going because I am a walker, and I just start walking a mile every morning. Now, I have not done it this winter because it's been a little cold, but I'm getting ready to start back because I feel so much better. When I would do that walk, I would come home and I would just feel much better, like my energy level just went up some. So I'm just going to tell you that even if you just walk to the corner, walk back, do what you can. You can always improve upon it. If you might not be able to walk a mile, seriously, for lots of reasons, but if you can walk at all, if you don't do anything but walk around your house. And I'm going to tell you something, seniors, get rid of all them cocktail tables and things that block your way, them rugs that you could trip and fall on. You don't want it. I have heard so many bad stories about seniors who tripped on rugs in their house and hurt themselves. Get rid of them, honey. You don't need them. Get rid of them rugs. Now, if you want to have one in the bathroom for when you take your shower, that's fine. But go through your house and anything that you can trip on, get rid of it. Because it's not worth it. If it's not really soundly put, if it's not on good, if it's not secured so that you won't fall, don't do it. Because A lot of us live at home, and I've heard horror stories. People fell and took a whole day before somebody checked in on them. Always have your little a certain people that you check in with every day, seniors. You call them, they call you. Don't become a recluse. Make sure that you have someone who will call and check up on you, and you call and check up on somebody else. It could be 5 or 6 women, and you all check up on each other. You don't have to talk to them 10, 15 minutes. You can just call them up and say, girl, I just called to make sure everything right. You might make a little small talk and hang up, But at least, whatever you do, check on seniors. You don't want to find out that if you had checked on them, that maybe whatever happened to them, sometimes they could have passed away. And if you had checked, you would have been able to get that rescue squad or whoever comes to come check on them. But if you don't have anyone checking on you, then it could be 2 or 3 days. So if you, as a smart thing, especially if you live alone, make sure you befriend somebody and at your church or old friend, and just tell them to call you every day, and you'll call them. And that way, if they don't get you, then they can send somebody out to take care of you. These are the small things that we have to do as seniors. This is what we want to do, because if you don't, it's all about taking care of each other. I have belong to this group of women, and I usually only see them once a month, but we all go out to lunch, and we laugh and talk, and we try not to talk about any ailments. We get caught up on current events. Unfortunately, lately, we've been doing a lot of talk about Trump, and I'm just tired of talking about him, because we all know if he opened up his mouth, he's lying. He doesn't tell the truth about anything. He keeps saying he's not going to touch our Social Security. But if he fires thousands of people, really, who's going to input those checks? Who's going to call? Who are you going to call and answer your questions if it's no one there? I mean, he doesn't have to touch it. It just won't happen. It won't happen. He's cutting out the VA. Now, I've had a little experience with the VA, and it was bad enough when they had they never have enough people. They never have enough people at the VA, because I have known people who have to wait 6 months to just get their toenails clipped. And you might think, oh, that's no biggie. But some old folks, you got them ingrown toenails, and they need to be clipped, child. They need to be clipped more than 6 months, at least every 3 months if you can't do it yourself. But I tell you this, get you some warm water, put it in a pan, and soak them boogers, and then get you a clipper and clip them, or get somebody else to clip them. I had a friend, I used to clip his, and he had to use one of them wire clippers. But it is what it is, But you don't want to get those toenails ingrown. There's so many things that we have to really be more aware of as we get older, because those are the things that can cause you a lot of trouble, I'm going to be talking about all the things as time go on. I meant to talk today about clutter, and I want to talk about our skin care routine. Make sure you're doing that. Skin care, you're taking care of your skin. I don't care how many wrinkles you got. You can still improve, And anyway, what can we do? When you get a certain age, you're going to have wrinkles. When I see another wrinkle, yes, I get it. Sometimes I get upset. Then I say, well, you know what? You're 76. You look pretty good for 76, And you've never had any kind of surgery, and the Lord's just been good to you. But I've always taken care of my skin, and that might be some of it, But you're going to have to know that it's going to be a certain amount of lines, whether they're fine or not, that you're going to get as you get older. Well, I'm going to sign out for now, but I'm going to get back with you tomorrow. And remember to keep it moving. God bless you and keep you. and let his face shine upon you. Bye. Love y'all.